You're watching the station that's working for you. Now, WMAR 2 News at 5.
Good evening and welcome into WMAR 2 News at 5. I'm Kelly Swoop. You know, every night we're telling you that it's important to practice social distancing, so we're doing the same. Jamie Costello is working from home tonight. And Jamie, some major developments coming from the governor tonight.
Yeah, from the home office in Cape St. Clair. You know, put on a mask in public, don't do anything stupid, and we may get out of this, get our lives back to normal. The governor kind of laid out the game plan to Abby Isaacs here, who will have that report in just a minute. But first, as always, first at 5, we want to put up the numbers. Here they are right now. Here are the latest numbers that we have. Maryland has reached 10,000 confirmed cases, recording 560 new cases overnight, and the majority of those cases are coming in Montgomery and Prince George's County. The bad number is 349 people have lost their lives because of coronavirus. 47 have passed within the last 24 hours. Now, overnight, Baltimore City recorded 98 new cases, Baltimore County recorded 62, and more than 45,000 people have now tested negative for the coronavirus. That is good news. Kelly?
20 Baltimore police officers and 4 civilian employees have tested positive for COVID-19. Right now, 27 members of the department are under quarantine. 332 employees have been quarantined due to potential exposure. 305 of those folks have already been cleared to return to work. 8 members that previously tested positive have recovered and were cleared to return back to work. You know, as Jamie was telling us today, Governor Hogan ordered everyone to wear face coverings in retail stores and while on public transit starting Saturday. But he says he's also gearing up to put together a plan for some return to normalcy. WMAR 2 News' Abby Isaacs is live in Annapolis to explain the latest from the governor's press briefing today.
Well, it was a beautiful day out there across much of the region, although some locations did start out with some snow this morning across portions of Frederick as well as northern Carroll County. A dusting of snow out towards the Myersville area, and what a difference a couple hours makes. Blue skies and sunshine for everybody out there today. So any of that snow that was on the ground out towards our west is long gone, despite temperatures being a little bit chillier today compared to where we have been over the last couple days. Only 49 in Parkton, 52 at the Inner Harbor, 52 also in Annapolis and Stevensville. Very popular number on the board. Not much in the way of cloud cover. That will change here very shortly as we have another frontal boundary coming in from the west, but we're relatively calm and quiet at least through the overnight hours as temperatures fall back into the 30s. Another frosty start ahead for your Thursday. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Eric. You know, lots of folks struggling during this difficult time, but we want you to know which businesses are open. And Great Harvest Bread Company in Columbia is open. Just head over to our website and check out the We're Open Baltimore section. And there you can also find a list of establishments that are open and offering a number of services, so check it out. All right, speaking of check, the checks in the mail, more stimulus checks deposited into people's bank accounts today. Coming up, we have some advice for you on how to spend that cash. Plus, a Queen Anne's County family helps a mom celebrate her 89th birthday, but it was a little bit different. Don Harrison was there and brings us the story right after the break. You're watching WMAR 2 News, the station that's working for you.
You're watching WMAR 2 News, the station that's working for you.
All right, we woke up this morning and said, what day is it? April 15th. Oh, it's tax day. No, it's not. I'm telling you, nothing's normal. And we go to Peter Francho, who holds our state piggy bank right there. And because of COVID-19, you have now until July the 15th to file your taxes. Businesses also don't have to pay monthly tax payments until then. Comptroller?
I would encourage every individual, though, in addition to the tax holiday, think about asking their creditors for a payment holiday. Our understanding is that the creditors are very, very willing to help. The national surveys show that 91% of all banks and mortgage companies and insurance companies, utility companies, auto payment companies, they're all willing to give leniency to individuals and small businesses.
And Comptroller Francho is also reminding all of us that as of today, mail-in paper forms will no longer be accepted. And for those who have already sent in paper forms, those refunds are going to be delayed. Now, he is encouraging everybody who still needs to file electronically and use direct deposit. Okay, that's for our state. Now, have you noticed when you're talking about the IRS giving you money back for your refund, better check your bank statement because the stimulus checks are coming in. Check your bank statement. It's going to read TRES. That's in Treasury, T-R-E-S, and it's going to be 310. Okay, those are your stimulus checks going into your bank now. WMAR 2 News, Mallory Sofaste tells us, what do we do when we do get the check? How do we spend it? Mallory?
Now's the time to be strategic about how you spend your relief payment if you received anything.
Well, it was a beautiful day out there across most locations, despite some shower activity and even some snowflake action in and around the area. Mainly north and west of the city saw that out towards Owings Mills, as well as northern portions of Carroll County and Frederick County. Even picked up a nice little dusting just west of Frederick, out towards the Myersville area and right around Annapolis Rock, seeing some of that snow. It's a thing of the past. It's long gone. The clouds are out of here. Blue skies and sunshine and a little piece of paradise there in Ocean City as the waves crash gently into the beaches there below. And same thing in Arundel Mills. Lots of blue skies around, just a couple of cumulus clouds and some fair weather cirrus clouds out there. We'll notice more of that on the increase here as we go through the overnight hours as another frontal boundary makes its way in here. Temps in the 50s. We really have not moved too much despite the high sun angle of April. We're in the 40s back towards the west. Notice Cleveland right now at 38 degrees. That's the next front that's going to be moving on through, and that front is also going to bring us some gusty winds. The winds are picking up to 30 miles per hour on the gust in Pittsburgh, close to 40 at Columbus, Ohio, and 28 mile per hour gust there in Cincinnati. We've had some windy conditions today, but it'll be much more noticeable as we get into the day tomorrow. Cold front back towards the west, some snow with that across the Cleveland area, back in the central portions of Ohio. Once this front gets here, it's pretty much going to die out. So we'll just see some clouds during the overnight hours. Now, if you're in the mountains, you're likely to see another dusting of snow. So Futurecast shows, once again, getting into the mountains tonight, that's where the snow will be around here. We won't see the clouds increase until after about the 11 o'clock newscast. The front will come through dry, maybe a sprinkle across portions of Frederick and Carroll County, but all in all, that is about it. The front comes on through, some leftover clouds as we go through the day tomorrow, but our fair share of sunshine, and then another front to worry about as we get into Friday. That could touch off more snow in the mountains and give us a better chance at some showers around here as we get towards late Friday into Saturday. And that rain could be a bit heavy at times going into the weekend. Speaking of the snow in the mountains, upwards of another dusting to an inch out there for the ski resorts. Tonight, 37, clouds increase late, staying chilly, lows around the area, close to freezing north and west. Back across portions of Frederick County, we do have a freeze watch in place. You'll also be able to see tomorrow morning in the skies above, and even tonight, Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter above, and you'll be able to see it again Thursday night. 1 hour before sunrise is the best bet to see that in the southeast sky above. Thursday's planner, lots of sunshine to go around. Temps in the 40s, but once again, we're not moving too much in the afternoon. We're only in the lower 50s with wind gusts upwards of 30 miles per hour. That's going to give us a bit of a wind chill, making it feel more like the lower 30s. Highs tomorrow across the area in the 50s in most locations. Working in the yard next couple of days. We'll throw the orange light up there on Friday. Same thing on Sunday. Saturday is probably your best bet as we have green lights on the board, but a couple chances of rain. And allergy sufferers, beware. Pollen is still very, very high out there in many locations, and the wind is not going to help the situation. But there is some good news. Temps are back in the 60s as we get towards your Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. And overnight lows are on the rebound. 35 tomorrow night, but we're back into the 40s, close to 50 by the beginning of next week as well.
Don, that's a birthday that Jacqueline will never forget. And you know, stories like that, we love seeing your positive posts and stories, so keep them coming. You can find us on social media or contact us by emailing us at storyideas@WMAR.com.
Follow us on Twitter and see how WMAR2 News is working for you. You're watching the station that's working for you. Now, WMAR2 News at 7.
Over 10,000 positive coronavirus cases in Maryland and more than 45,000 negative results. Good evening and thanks for joining us for this special edition of WMAR 2 News at 7 o'clock tonight. I'm Kelly Swoop.
And I'm Jamie Costello, broadcasting live from the basement of my Cape St. Clair home. And like you're doing at your home, we're all trying to just social distance a little bit to get through this pandemic. But right now, we want to see what the governor said today, and he had a lot to say. We want to keep you up to date on the coronavirus pandemic that we're suffering through right now. And here's the latest from the governor here tonight. The last 48 hours have been the most deadly that we have seen here in Maryland since the pandemic started. We've had 87 people die. Still, the governor is cautiously optimistic that we are almost to the point where a recovery plan is needed. Even with deaths going up, other data is showing that social distancing measures are working, and he is putting in place even more. So today, he signed an executive order requiring all of us to wear face masks or cover and/or coverings inside any stores that we go into or on public transit, okay? That's including employees. It isn't effective until Saturday morning to give employers more time to make adjustments and to get these masks ready for the staff. And then next week, the governor intends to start working on a recovery plan in order for some social distancing measures to be lifted.
There are some very real reasons for hope and optimism right now. And there is clearly a light at the end of this tunnel. But exactly how and when we will get to that light is going to be up to each and every one of us.
So again, keep social distancing and put on a mask.
Tax day was pushing
major impacts, but it will keep that cold air in place that we've seen today, a little bit on the chilly side. Thankfully, not a whole lot going on radar. Mostly sunny skies across the area, and that's going to lead to the numbers dropping. Already in the low 50s, upper 40s, depending on where you are. And as we head into the morning hours, I'm expecting us to wake up with numbers near 40 at the 8 o'clock hour. Good mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. The temperatures will gradually warm. We'll get up to 49 degrees around the 12 o'clock hour, with temperatures getting to that daytime high in the afternoon and hovering in the lower 50s through the 6 o'clock hour. Now, I am tracking some warmer numbers in the extended forecast. Unfortunately, also some rain chances. I'll time it all out after the break.
You're watching WMAR. You're watching WMAR 2 News with Jamie Costello and Kelly Swoop. And now from WMAR 2 News, Maryland's most accurate forecast.
Already starting to see those numbers take a little bit of a dip out there, down to 48 degrees in Parkton, 49 in Annapolis, still holding on to the 50s though everywhere else. We're at 52 at the Harbor, and in Essex, 51 over in Chestertown. The winds, not a major factor this evening, which is great news because it would be feel much cooler out there with this wind blowing as much as it was blowing earlier today. So good news on that front. Still a little bit too chilly for that evening run, although I know some of you will still try to take that jog. Just make sure you have on a nice hoodie and a pair of sweats. Here, temperatures will be falling to the upper to mid 40s as we get closer to the 10 o'clock hour. As we head to the overnight hours, I'm expecting the numbers to continue to drop. Mostly clear skies. That's going to allow for the numbers to cool down to 34 in Parkton, 37 at the Harbor, 39 in Chestertown. And I think out towards the north and west, we're going to see a couple of locations get very close to freezing. And for that reason, the National Weather Service has that freeze watch in effect until 9 o'clock tomorrow, Friday morning, for some of our friends in Frederick and Washington and Allegheny counties. Once again, this goes into effect overnight and lingers through Friday morning. Here's the setup for Thursday, and that upper level flow will be bringing that cold air down to the surface. That means chilly numbers once again for most of the eastern half of the country, and that's going to include us. We're going to start off in the upper 30s, gets towards the 40s as we head towards the afternoon hours, then into the 50s. Those cooler numbers and breezy conditions means that it is going to be a bit chilly once again for your Thursday. Here's a look at those wind gusts, and we're talking about 15 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. So if you are planning on driving around town, running some errands, you may have to grip that steering wheel a little bit tighter. Clouds advancing as we head into Friday morning. I'm expecting some showers and a few snow flurries to be towards our north and west at 7 a.m. Friday. And then as we head into the afternoon, those rain chances will be progressing, and we'll start to see the chance for at least some light rain by 1 o'clock. But but the heaviest and the more consistent rainfall doesn't start to push in until Friday evening. So if you were maybe had errands to run or you're working that third shift, expect for some slippery roadways as we head into your Friday night. Unfortunately, I think those rain chances will not end on Friday, and if you had any plans for the weekend, you're going to be watching radar because there will be some spotty shower opportunities. Some of that rain from Friday will linger into Saturday. That's another frontal system. The numbers get down to 55 degrees on Saturday. Start to see some improvement on Sunday. Chance of an early shower, but I do think that most of Sunday will be on the drier side. With that being said, daytime high at 63 degrees is going to make Sunday the weekend winner. Hands down, the perfect opportunity to get outside and soak up a little bit of sunshine. Rain chances will return overnight Sunday into your Monday. Temperatures get a little bit seasonal, and I think that they're going to meander in the 60s as we head towards your Tuesday and Wednesday. The good news, the middle of next week looks a little bit drier. We'll be right back.
Follow us on Instagram and see what WMAR2 News is doing behind the scenes.
And Miss Jacqueline, you were this age one time. Thanks for watching. This is great. Kelly, have a great show tonight at 11. Say goodbye, everybody.
Give Gio a big hug and kiss for me. We will see you back here tomorrow, and I'll see you back here tonight at 11. Have a good evening and stay safe.